90, 40 plus of them had the all-seeing eye, and many of them had a 666 in the middle. I mean, it's hidden in plain view, burning all-seeing eyes. Look around you. And they're announcing their New World Order. They just said it, all-seeing eye, New World Order. I mean, it's crazy. And then they throw it in your face. Big Brother is back. The Pentagon plan to eyeball America's database is drawing fire as its controversial salesman. And a lot of people argue, you know, the head of Oracle, again, Oracle, and they're all seeing eye, says, oh, well, all your data is already public, so what? With the private groups. Yeah, and they're all working for the globalists, sharing this information. They're going to enforce it on you at the local level, at the grocery store, everywhere else. Big Brother is back. And it says the official logo is the Pentagon's secret new terrorist detection experiment isn't subtle. All-seeing eye, the New World Order. Big Brother will be watching America. Giant information matrix to track movements. Federal regulators ease restrictions on technology that can see through walls. This is all their system. They say they're going to have hover drones watching us at all times, and they've been given the technology to police for 5 years. It's a crisp black and white image of everything you do in your home. It'll look through 4 feet of concrete, and that's just what they're giving police now. FBI spy planes patrol U.S. and use systems that look through your walls. And it continues, you are a suspect. William Safire in the New York Times says, every purchase you make with a credit card, every magazine subscription you buy, medical prescription you fill, every website you visit, email you send or receive, every academic grade you receive, every bank deposit you make, every trip you book, every event you attend, all these transactions and communications will go into what the Defense Department describes as a virtual, centralized grand database. And then it says that it will also add all private stuff to that. And you know why they're throwing this in your face? As a chilling effect so you don't stand up against them. Let me give you a little secret. They can listen to everything we do. They don't have personnel. They had 10 million people. They couldn't read all the billions of faxes and emails and letters, even with keyword software. So they don't have personnel to actually implement this unless you accept all this evil, accept torture, accept this mind warp, and go along with it. They need you to play along. You can stop this. But if you do play along, go ahead and serve them. They're going to absolutely ruin your life and your children's life. They seem to go after folks that serve them even more. It's like God allows it to happen or something. I've just observed it for years. So you are a suspect. Just throwing it in your face. Pentagon to track American consumer purchases. The Pentagon to track you. The definition of martial law and dictatorship. Here's another one. Pentagon plans a computer system that would pick at personal data of Americans. Here's another one. Human barcodes. And it says biometrics, such as voice, print, retina, iris, face scans, creates a digital barcode, a number, a human number. Let he who hath understanding reckon that number. Where did I hear that before? Isn't that interesting? And it says the U.S. Army is keeping all those fingerprints and faces and voices from the driver's license bureaus. And it just so happens to be working with the grocery stores and malls and Walmart with little RFID tags that'll be in all products by 2004, already in half of Walmart products. And they are the 10th the size of a grain of sand with microscopic fiber antennas, and the cell towers read them. And when you leave, they're already face scanning you off your driver's license database photo when you leave the stores, and then they're tracking you and everything you do, and the chips are in your clothes and everywhere. Oh, I have the articles, stacks of them, just stacks of them right here. All of them, you know, MSNBC, Washington Post, the tracker chips already all over your body. And they're saying we all need to take microchips or our kids won't be safe. I mean, it's incredible.
This is the microchip that could one day be implanted under the skin of every single American.
Where's Rod Serling? It's like the Twilight Zone. Faces and eyes, rival passwords. It says soon. The new Microsoft systems already have it integrated for a pass key to be activated, so you can't use computers or surf the net unless you thumb scan. And the government, the Pentagon, is discussing making you do this to get online. Well, they have to stop the hackers. Turns out most of the hackers work for them. Walk offers clues to identity. They have stuff that even if you cover your face, it picks up your biometric walk. Michelin to embed electronic ID tags in tires to track you off the highways. We know what you like and we know where you live, so please buy our product. It says they're going to use all this to target you with junk mail. Many firms voluntarily hand over data on customers. Now they're officially integrating it into total information. St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Intrigue grows in police spy files. Turns out for decades, major cities in Denver and other areas spy on the Kiwanis Club, the NRA. They've already got you in their files, so you might as well just go ahead and fight them, folks. And go ahead and stand up against them. Or just deliver your children to hell on earth. Go ahead. Big Brother ID's coming soon. They admit the driver's license is already a national ID card. They're debating whether you're going to accept it. It's already in, folks, in almost all states. Verichip Corporation launches national Get Chip promotion, and on television, nationally, take the chips. Oh, I love the microchips. Everybody needs a chip or the kids aren't safe. And the Army War College said in 2000, they said this, we will use the threat of terrorism, we will use fear, and the media and the entire population by 2025 will accept a brain chip. I didn't write it. I know it sounds crazy, but they're the ones doing it. They're going to give you terror and terror and terror. And the more liberties you give up, the worse the terror gets. Till you're all in your little compact cities, swiping your card to leave your house, thumbprint and face scanning. And then it says taking microchips in your brain. It's a simple surgery. My God, help us. Scientists develop brain chip, BBC. It's so good for you. Florida firm seeks to microchip Americans. They've signed deals with the Bureau of Prisons of California to do it. Ohio man files $1.5 million suit against Marriott. Hidden camera found in bathroom of the bedroom against this CEO. Another thing is, a lot of companies work with the government, the feds, and they've got all these high-dollar hookers who pick you up at the bar and take you, your public officials, and they get video on you. Man, I tell you, this is really crazy. There's hidden cameras everywhere, folks. They're all, the Fortune 500's in on the scam big time. CIA operation. Airline security experts want to know whether what you have in your heart. Forget about what's in your suitcase. What the government really wants to know is whether you have evil in your mind. And by the way, they now in Boston Logan Airport have put a NASA brain scanner in, and 4 other airports have put it in. It's total quackery. They've proven the old-fashioned lie detector's a fraud. They've already proven that. Now they go, oh, the brain scanner says you're a terrorist. It shows you're with them. It actually says this. The computer says you're guilty. I mean, think about this. Road cameras raise arrest. Push to take number plate scanners nationwide. From England to the U.S., they're scanning your license plates as you drive. Police cameras to spot hot cars. See, it was just for traffic reports. Now it's, oh, we're going to use it for law enforcement. Yeah. See how that works? They won't put cameras on the border, and the border is being dissolved. Always remember that key point. They're getting rid of the national sovereignty. Now it's just road cameras. They focus on terrorism. See, they've got to watch us, and they've got the tips program where your cable guy and your phone man tattle on you, and your neighbors do. And now 4 New Jersey school districts test the kids when they come into school for drug residue. And bars in New York and in London are testing your hands to see if you've taken drugs before you go into the bar. I mean, it's nuts. It's just crazy. They go, oh, it's voluntary. But if you want to come in, you got to let the police check you. Well, the government chips it in. Again, just training you that you have no rights. They now announced nanotechnology to be put in everything to track and trace us. DNA database has to cover everyone. Father of genetic fingerprinting says global approach fairest in fight against crime. And the UN and others have called for on our ID cards to have our biometric identification number available. And, all over Louisiana, they had a serial killer out, so they now just pull cars over and demand a tissue swab from the cheek, or they threaten to arrest you. Folks. Also, in-car boxes, safety measure or spy tactic. And now I admit, these little boxes are already in all your cars. By the way, Homeland Security's hooked into these private billboards all over that tune into what you're listening to. Did you know that your radios in your car, AM and FM, actually transmit at a low level? And now Homeland Security tunes into what you're listening to. High-tech billboards tune into drivers' taste. And it says the billboard is listening. San Francisco Chronicle, ABC News. Here's another one, Business Week. Will your TV become a spy? Hollywood wants every new digital set to include a monitoring device that tracks back and reports to them. And again, the digital cable boxes already watch you. Officials consider faster ways to alert U.S. to terrorism. They say that FEMA's already taken over all the radio and TV stations with electronic takeover hubs by Radio Link. And I work in radio. These were put in 97. They announced it as the Amber Alert, but from the start we all knew in the radio station it was FEMA to take over. And now it says they'll just have daily announcements where the feds take over. The station doesn't get the announcement and read it like it did in the past. Now the government just takes over for you, and it says your phone's going to ring. You could get in trouble if you don't answer the special ring on your phone. Everyone will get a computer call, and if you don't answer, you might get fined or have the police come out. Everyone's got to answer now when the telescreen shouts at you, and they want to make the new TV sets where they automatically turn on and give you announcements. Why, it'll save the children. You starting to get the picture here? Behavioral program at Logan Airport. AP, brain scanner put in by NASA. Truth machine means liars must keep a straight face. London Independent. The guilty mind. The National Post of Canada. What if the brain scan could catch a murderer? Brain fingerprinting measures neural response to images from a crime scene. Ethisphere, it's a new tool of social control. Merging man and machine. British professor foresees a world in which